straight into the gaming hall,
Yeah.
pop next door, get beer, carry on gaming.
Yes, get some beer and game. That's what we're going to do today. Welcome, everyone, to the much anticipated, not too long overdue, Session 2 of our Mechwarrior Destiny Grit and Steel TTRPG actual play. Joining me today are 5 super awesome Mechwarrior Battletech nerds that are much more into this Battletech thing than I am, but I love Battletech, and that's why we're here. And I also love sci-fi. So, good news. When we last left off, our intrepid Mechwarriors, you guys had done what was supposed to be a practice trial run. It's a little bit of practice. No live fire, and it turns out that someone or some organization had sabotaged, aka loaded up a bunch of live ammo, and things got a little dicey. And by dicey, I mean you guys wrecked all of those small vehicles, took everything out. Really no issues. However, someone did end up escaping, and as you returned back to Hellfire Hound's base, you found that the base had been locked down. All of the civilians, the civvies, had been kicked out pretty quickly. And it's been a couple of days since those events. You've been on constant alert, like if this was Star Trek, yellow alert. You know, we're not red alert, but we're yellow alerting. And the mood inside of Hellfire Base, Hellfire Actual, is a bit, well, for lack of a better word, it's a bit tense. It's a bit tense right now. You see constant patrols. You see, mechs moving around, both on foot patrols and mech patrols just surrounding the base. And generally speaking, again, things are a bit tense. It is the morning, 3 days after the events of last session. You're all, as we did during last session, getting a quick bite to eat in the mess hall, when over the loudspeaker, a voice echoes out, very staticky. Calling Delta Company to debriefing room 4. Calling Delta Company, report immediately. Delta Company to meeting room 4. You've been summoned, boys. You've been summoned. And girl. Excuse me, boys and girl. You've been summoned. So you all have a moment. You can finish your meal, get ready, and you head off to meet in meeting room number 4. As you enter in to meeting room number 4, you see a holographic display of this planet that you find yourselves on. And standing on the one side leading in with not a worried look, just a very pensive, thoughtful look, like he's been staring at this globe, this spinning globe here for some time. But you see Ekval Thone. Everyone just calls him Mr. Thone, Thone. This is one of the command staff. He is the information guy, for lack of a better. He's your information guy. He's your I've got connections. We're going to, fill you in on where to go, how to get there. If you need something, some sort of info, he's the guy that you go to. All right. I call him the spy master, I suppose you could call it. As you all enter in, he gives each of you a curt and slow nod. Good morning, gentlemen, ma'am. How are you all feeling today? Well, rested, fed?
Ready for adventure, sir.
Very good.
This weird welt on my back, but that's not pertinent to right now.
He chuckles brightly. The reason I've called you all here, you may have already guessed. We had some sabotage, a spy, bit of infiltration 3 days ago. Now, candidly speaking, I'm not surprised that this happened. The base has become, I would call it, rather lax. We allowed anyone with a heartbeat, nearly a pulse, to enter into the base, and well, we nearly suffered for it. Thankfully enough, due to the actions of, well, your group here, more lives were not lost. Casualties, yes, some wounded, but very few lives were lost. I have a mission for you, and I hadn't selected you simply because I think this group has I think you're more than simple mech warriors, and I mean no disrespect. I think you can infiltrate and find the information that I need to make a real strike against those that tried to destroy and hurt the Hellfire Hounds. This isn't an order. Candidly speaking, this is a request. If you're interested, I'll fill you in on what I know and tell you the details of the mission. If you're not, I have others that I can consider, but you were indeed my first choice, Delta Company.
I'm on board.
So, Jonathan is gonna say, and he's kind of gonna get a bit serious. Like, so if we're investigating what's going on here, do we get any undercover weaponry? Like, I mean, I'm willing to try and stroll in and investigate stuff with my shotgun, but I don't think that'll go over well. He's basically asking if he can get like a revolver or a pistol or something.
Oh, Mr. Thawne laughs heartily, already asking the proper and the pointed questions, the practical questions, dare I say. Jonathan, this is why I like you. Sounds like Eric's on board. Nihilus, Talos, Leandra? I see head bobs. I see acknowledgements. I see Talos looking into the distance, blank-eyed, and, well, dead inside. Just kidding.
Talos is somewhat listening to the conversation, but he's kind of somewhat disinterested. He was annoyed that you made him finish his breakfast early.
Brilliant. Here's what I know. There is a group that has been actively working against the interests of our employer. They seem to be, based on the information I've been able to gather, operating out of a small construction company near the outskirts of the local city. Now, I'm not certain that they are operating out of here. I am, however, very suspicious. Here's the mission. I need you all to approach the workers, the owner of this construction company, and your cover, as it were, will be that we're looking to hire someone to repair some of the damage that happened during this last assault. There were some explosions, a couple of buildings took some hits. One of the barracks is partially collapsed now. You will be operating as interested parties to have these damages repaired. I simply need you all to look, keep your eyes and ears open, and then return to me with whatever information you have. My sources, they may be wrong, but there are multiple sources that point to this location as their hideout. Does this make sense? Am I clear in the expectations?
Yep. Find out what we can see if there's any suspected things lying around that don't seem right for a construction site. Report back what we find.
Precisely. As for your request, Jonathan, you'll each be armed with a small revolver and a stun baton. Ideally, you won't need to use them. Maybe the baton, but
Talos audibly sighs at that.
the goal here is not to kill anyone. It's simply to confirm or find out that it's false information. Everyone on board with this? Any other questions, comments, concerns?
Anybody got any special martial art training? I'm good with small arms, but that's about it.
Yeah, that's about the same for John. He's like, I mean, I got the basic magistracy, like, fucking grappling course for like a week in the army, but that's about it.
Can always crack someone over the head with a wrench.
Yeah, there's always that option if things go south.
Leandra's gonna look at Eklov and just go, of all due respect, so last time you sent us on a training mission, we could have used a little bit of help getting out of it. Are we going to have any options this time around in terms of fast extraction?
Things for a moment. None of my sources and none of the information I have indicate that if you walk in there, you're going to be, well, assaulted or attacked. However, I will keep 3 helicopters on standby for quick extract, if necessary. I do not suspect that they will be needed. I do not suspect they will be necessary. And if at
To be
any
fair, you
point...
didn't suspect that a building was rigged with explosives last time, so if it's all right with you, I'm still going to carry a big gun, and I still don't understand why we can't just beat the information out of them.
Probably going to be a lot of guys there. I don't know if we can beat every single one of them.
Yeah.
If these construction workers in this company is not actively working with our enemies, or at least the enemies of our employers, to beat the shit out of them, Talos, would put a bit of a sour taste with our relationship between the locals and, well, the mercenary outfit. My hope here is that these folks are simply just doing their jobs. And, practically speaking, we do need someone to activate, to do some repairs on the base. We have our own workers and construction folks, as it were. However, having some proper professionals, well, it would speed things up. Fair enough?
Yeah, I can repair mechs, but I don't do masonry.
Very few here do, Nilos. Very few here do. Go see your parents. Get out of here. Forgive me. Small child.
No worries.
My friend's kid is here, and she is not listening.
Gotta lay down the law. Get used to doing it now.
Yeah, it'll be great. It'll be great. What else you got for me? Questions, comments, concerns, preparations you guys want to make at this point?
Well, make sure all of us got our individual communications on board. The way we're playing would be where we want to meet up if things go south to extricate ourselves to. As long as we got a fallback point too, I think we'll be good. And as much as you're not expecting contact, at least we'll be ready for it if it does decide to go that way.
Can I thematically have a wrench as a club equivalent weapon?
100%.
Okay.
I'd be upset if you didn't.
You gotta have a nice adjustable nut fucker. It's just so it works.
100%. You do.
One of those
adjustment tool.
One of those mining wrenches too that's got like the little hammer thing on the side, so you can just be.
I'm cool with it. Yeah, 100%, man. 100%.
Put it in as a club.
If we're out of Eklov's kind of like hearing, is it worth discussing a visit to the spa? Maybe. I think was it Straban? Was it you had the flyer for the?
I think so. I know what you're talking about.
Wait, at the what?
We had the. I keep wanting to say Lacey, but it was not Lacey. It was the gal that came around at breakfast a few days before we went out.
Lily.
Lily.
Oh.
I knew it was an L. Just couldn't remember. Lily had Sarah come around trying to get us to go to the spa.
Well, yeah, she gave him a card or whatever, but I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I still have mine, I think.
Yeah, he was kind of out of it. But he probably still has a card. It's probably still in the same. Probably still in the same pocket because he hasn't had time to wash his overalls, and they're covered in oil and hydraulic fluid. Like, what do you expect? But yeah, I mean that's be a good place to get information, probably.
Well, you've got transport via chopper to either of the locations. You can either take yourselves by chopper to the outskirts of the city and go visit the spa first, or you guys can head directly to the construction company and investigate that location first. It's entirely up to you, whichever you prefer.
I think it'd probably be better for us to head to the construction place, but on in a car of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Draw less attention if we show up in a helo out of nowhere.
That's true.
And we're posing. We're not posing as anybody else, right? We're just allowed.
You are who you are. You are mercenaries of Hellfire Hounds, and that is who you are. And you are there to see if this place is going to charge you too many sea bills, or if they are a reasonable company and reputable. And your cover is you came highly recommended by our employers, the local government. And this is who they recommended. We want to see what you'll charge to repair X, Y, and Z. You're given a packet of the current damage and the buildings that need repair, and you were to present it to them. They're to give you a quote, as it were, and then you are to just do some snooping, see what you see. See if you see anything suspicious. Just a little. It's just a little. What's the term I'm looking for? It's just a little.
Recce.
A little what?
Recce.
Just a little recce. Yeah. Just going into recon.
Alright,
So
then I'm
reconnaissance.
Reconnoiter.
Yeah, reconnaissance mission. That's all it is. Nothing crazy.
Some good old humans.
Correct.
Then in that case, I'm gonna get. He's gonna grab a auto pistol and a thigh holster
Done.
for his on the way out, so he's not carrying around a big ass pump shotgun for everywhere.
Okay.
That's what I've got on hand. Is an auto pistol as well.
Like
And of
it.
course, yeah. Now we got the stun batons as extra, so just
Oh,
keep
yeah,
that in
sure.
the back of our minds.
Turn into a stun wrench. You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Well, you guys all get ready. You have several hours of preparation to pull yourselves together and gather your supplies before you will be assigned a rat pack to head out as your method of transport, since you decided you wanted to drive. As you guys are all preparing, I do want to offer a moment for any sort of role play, any scenes you'd like to have, either with each other, with NPCs, anything you guys have. I want to just open that up to you all as an opportunity at this point.
All right. I suppose I can give a beginning brief of, okay, guys, we're going in there just to say hi, as it were. Try not to pick a fight. We've got our established outbound spot to head back towards. We'll probably park our pack rat kind of near there. And does anyone else have any additional Snoopy Snoop type skills in their repertoire?
None whatsoever. I'm very much a direct combat guy.
Yeah, I've got technician gunnery, piloting, perception, and small arms. And
I've got
take empathy, so...
I've actually got investigation and negotiation.
Oh, look at
In that
you.
case, I'd say you're definitely our face character. We'll
Well,
say, we'll
damn,
have you
girl.
do most of the talking.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Plus, pretty face, that might put him at ease.
Well, God, pretty.
I'll still,
Oh.
she'll still kind of like unzip a little bit and be like, I've still got the flak on, and yeah, we'll jump into the rat pack, ready to go.
So you are given an overhead view of a digital overhead view of the construction company's site. So they've got a big sort of open field. They've got this compound off to the right-hand side, and then this field that's right to the left, it almost looks like farm field. That's where all their equipment is, all right? It's along a road that goes from sort of south, curves up, over and around, and then heads to the east. That road east heads directly towards the capital city, which you guys are about 5-6 miles outside of that capital city. So this actual place here, maybe 2-3 miles from your location, will be a really quick jaunt to get over there.
Okay.
Is was the leaflet for the definitely a bathhouse in the city?
Yes, it is in the city, correct. Yep. I honestly, as game master, don't remember if I gave the bathhouse a name. And if I didn't, we should name it right now. And Atomic, don't say the name that I know you're thinking of that you used on Sunday. You're not allowed.
Oh man, but it's great.
It was pretty good.
The same one as in a Pathfinder game, like this bathhouse that's existed for 60,000 years.
No, it's a name from Cyberpunk 2020.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
I
but
looked for it the other day and I couldn't find it because I think you deleted it, and I was sad because I wanted to see it.
Oh, you wanted to leave it?
Yeah, it would've been funny.
It was there for about a good 30 minutes, 25 minutes. We were just trying to see. I knew about it. Blau knew about it. Ryan knew about it. Saw it, and they started laughing just while you were talking. It was funny.
It was good. For
Yeah.
sure. For sure.
Let's see. Let's call it the Scarlet Dream.
Ooh, I like that. Scarlet Dream Bathhouse.
Sounds bathhouse-ish. I was trying to think of what the name of the one in The Witcher 3 is, but I can't remember.
I like that. Scarlet Dream Bathhouse.
I was initially doing a quick Google search for a Chinese name since we're in that kind of area.
Mm.
And I was looking up. I guess
called-
May equals beauty in
This
Chinese.
is House of the Rising Sun. What the fuck? That's the Chinese.
That's the other.
Bow, 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 bow. Beautiful. Any other scenes? Any other interactions? Any other moments with each other, sort of preparing, discussing your plan? Are you just gonna waltz in and be like, "Hey, bitches, we here for construction work. Talk to me." Are you gonna like what's the battle plan here? What's the this is a chance for you guys to tacticize.
In terms of
strategize.
In terms of the layout of the actual of our base, I'm guessing that like the mechs are held in one area, and then there's a place where there's the the rat packs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that Talos would keep his bike there.
So your staging area is off to the left-hand side here. And that's where like you've got mechs, and there's like another area down here where you've got mechs too, but most of them are like right up here.
Yeah, so I'm guessing that like Talos would know like where all the tool boxes and whatnot for repairing like normal vehicle engines are. So that's where he would have put Daisy, his motorbike.
100%, man.
So yeah, I guess that you guys will, if we all meet up there, you'd probably see Talos has already made his way there beforehand, because he probably got bored of listening to your tactics or whatever. I'm just gonna punch people. It's fine. I don't understand why it's such a big deal. I'm well used to doing union shakedowns. This is just a union shakedown. It's sustainable. Seem to be overcomplicating this whole thing.
So I think based on that, maybe we go in as two groups, and we have Talos on the left-hand side of the field where all the heavy machinery is, and like probably dealing with more of the.
Oh, goody! We're splitting the party.
Yeah, probably dealing with like let's say more of the people who are kind of like probably more of Talos's kind, and where they'll kind of like get on if there's a scruffle or something like that. And have one party go to the like the more the command center, I guess.
There's the group of the face characters that can actually converse, and then there's the group that is Talos hanging around with the laborers. So
Talos, as you head off to go and check on your bike, maybe grab a wrench, be disgruntled about your breakfast being interrupted, you get to your bike, you see that it is... So I feel like, and I'm going to put something into your... I don't want to take away player agency. However, I think you're the type of person that would notice if your bike had been moved even half an inch, to use freedom units. All right. Your bike has been moved several centimeters. All right, several centimeters. Like someone maybe bumped it or repositioned it slightly. And as you walk up, you see hiding behind it, because it's a big bike, right? Like someone could crouch down. There is a woman with this sort of like orangish, reddish hair. She's got like a little bit of like a patch on her left-hand side, and you may recognize, you may not, but this is Wrench Escoria. All right, and she has taken a very, very intense interest in your bike, and you see her stand up from behind it with a rag, and she's like wiping some like oil or grease off of her hands, and sort of nodding, and then like pivoting around to the other side of the bike, just taking an aggressive interest in the vehicle. How do you respond?
He'll stop like, I don't know, 6-8 foot away, something like that.
Roll initiative?
Like,
okay, got it. No, I'm just kidding.
Did you touch my bike?
She looks up and over. Yeah. Goes back down, leans down, and like puts her hand into the bike.
He's gonna walk over, and like he's well over 2 meters tall. So he's gonna go and stand behind her and like grab her by the scruff of the neck and pick her up.
Yeah. She's like, "Hey, put me down. What are you doing?"
And like just pivot and
just like legs kicking. Hey, what are you doing? What, I'm trying to make you fat. What are you? Plop. She looks at you, disgruntled. How tall is Talos? He's like what, like 6'5"? 8 feet tall.
Like 6'8", something like that.
Yeah, Washington.
Big boy.
8 foot tall, weighs a fucking ton.
He's the heavy from TF2. Who touched Sasha? Who touched my gun?
Who has touched my Sasha? That's beautiful. So you pick her up, her legs kick a little bit, you set her down, and she looks like an angry strawberry. All right, that's the best way I can describe it. A little angry strawberry. She crosses her arms and she says, first off, how dare you? Second of all, I was trying to help. Your bike is about half as fast as it could be if you just let me fix it.
He's just going to stare at her.
Okay, she crosses her arms, just stares back. She looks very upset with you. I'm trying to help. Pro bono. Not even going to ask you for, like, extra rations or anything. And I was maybe going to ask, because it kind of looks like you're getting ready to head out. I heard some rumors that there were some people heading into the city, and I was just thinking, like, well, maybe if I do something nice for you, you might, you know, grab me some things that I was hoping to get in the city, but I haven't had any leave for a while, and...
As she's talking, he'll walk towards her and then, like, deliberately lower himself down so he's, like, right at eye level.
Yeah.
That far away from her face.
Okay.
Help, don't touch. And then stand back up, turn around, and go and, like, check every inch of his bike.
She hadn't actually, like... She hadn't actually done anything yet. However, you can see where, like, there's her handprints and fingerprints in places. Like, she was messing a little bit with the engine, some of the exhaust ports. She was
like
tinkering.
a rag from inside. She's gonna pull out a rag from inside and then, like, wipe every bit that she's touched.
Mm-hmm. She watches. She chuckles a little bit. So you're open to help, but you don't want me to touch it. How do you expect me to help make your bike, you know, better and less likely for you to die? Because, okay, look, Talos, like, I mean, look, I'm just a mech tech, I get it, but you're riding on a bike.
Does it look like a mech? Does it look like a mech?
No, it doesn't look like a mech. That's my point. You're getting stepped on.
Be a mech tech. So be a mech tech.
Okay, you want me to be a mech tech? You should let you die? You should fucking, you know, who cares? Is that what you're telling me? Trying to offer my expertise. I like bikes, okay? I grew up around bikes. I like bikes. I think I could make your bike faster and, you know, maybe make it to where you won't just get blown up by a stray, you know, SRM.
Look, if a stray SRM is going to blow me up, then I get blown up, right?
You know what, then fuck you. Okay, fine, fair enough. All right, I tried. No one can say I didn't try.
Get your own bike. Think with your own bike.
She storms off. Stupid non-mech warriors. You're a bunch of idiots.
Oh, good grief.
All right, and the angry strawberry walks off away from you, and that is that. The rest of you
be like, oh, what did she do to you, Daisy? What did she do to you?
Daisy says nothing because Daisy is a bike, but that's all right. Crazy things have happened. So you all prepare yourselves. You get the rat pack ready. Talos hops on his bike because I assume you're driving separately. Correct me if I'm wrong. Beautiful. You guys head out, and you begin to make your way over to the construction company, as it were. As you make your way over to the construction company, the journey is, again, a couple of minutes. You get out, you pass through the security checkpoint at Hellfire Hound's base, and then you hit the long road. Road goes east for a moment, then curves sharply to the north. You head down that long road. It's like good construction, like solid concrete. Doesn't get a whole lot of traffic, you know, hasn't been stepped on by a mech recently. This is nice. This is good. You're making some good headway. You curve up, you curve over. You're making your way downtown, walking fast, faces passing, you know, you're construction company bound. And you zippity zap over, and as you're getting ready to pull up, give me some. Is it awareness? Perception? I haven't played Mechwarrior Destiny. Perception.
It's perception.
Give me some perception checks, please.
And I think if you don't have the skill, it's int.
It's int, yeah. Ooh. That's beautiful. It's a DC 18.
Depending on what it is that you're getting us to perceive, could I give you a streetwise?
I'll allow it.
Whop 5.
We got a 5. We got a 7. We got an 8. Yikes.
12 and 12.
All right. Nothing out of the ordinary, boys, from what I can see here. And at 12. Nothing out of the ordinary. Everything looks pretty normal. You pull up, and it says Harry's and Son Construction and Co. I don't know why it says and company, but it says Harry's and Sons Construction and Co. The O of the Co is slightly hanging off of like this like sign over an archway that like enters into where you see this like little road that kind of curves up and around and to where it almost looks like a little field here. Yeah, Harry's and Sons Construction Co. Thank you, Eric. And you pull up, you drive up. There are a bunch of like work mechs, like those construction like little mechs you see in some of the games sometimes that kind of look like the suits from like the Alien series, like kind of like that, like the little like lifters and like heavy loaders and
Oh,
whatnot.
yeah.
You see a bunch of those. You see some like dump trucks. You see a couple of like forklifts. You see some like backhoes. You see some like the cats with like the arm on the back and whatnot. You just see a lot of construction equipment. And there's a couple of folks walking around. You get a few side glances in your direction, but other than that, everyone seems really not to pay too much notice to you. You're able to get out of the rat pack. The hover bike pulls up behind. How do you guys want to proceed? Where are you heading off to?
Figure we'll head to the main office first. So that way we're not getting drawing too much more suspicion than already rolling up as we are.
I like it. I like it. I like it. So you guys get yourselves out of the car. You start to walk up. You do notice, as you guys are making your way up, that there are a couple of side glances from some of the workers. Anyone that wants to make it, give me a streetwise check, please.
If only.
What would be the attribute?
I believe it's It might be edge.
Intelligent? Edge.
It might be intelligence.
I would assume intelligence.
It's intelligence. We'll go with intelligence. Yeah. All right. There is a man who looks like this. The most grizzled, pot-marked, old-looking dude you've ever seen. He's got like grayish eyes, covered in grease, the biggest ears. He could probably fly if you threw him out of a helicopter. Just a gnarly looking old man, dude. And you guys make your way up, and he's talking to someone. He's got a clipboard. He points out, and he's yelling. And he's like, "Hey, Frank, what the fuck you doing, man? We gotta get that concrete over on 4th and Main. What are you doing over here? Ah, you fucking idiot. What the fuck is with this?" I don't know why he's fucking from Jersey, but that just feels right for me for construction workers. Just let me have my moment, please. Thank you. I appreciate it. So you guys
Sounds
walk
good.
up. He sees you guys. Hey, who the hell are you guys? What are you doing here? I wasn't expecting any deliveries. That's wait, that ain't no delivery truck. That's a wait a minute. You guys from that base to the south a little ways? Gotta recognize the markings on the side of that vehicle there.
Yeah. I'd say let Lyrandra kind of lead the discussion points for the things.
You start
Yeah.
to see in his eyes what looks to be sea bills. You start to see sea bills. Like he's a construction guy. Sees a bunch of mercenaries roll up. You kind of get the impression like, oh, he knows why you're here. This place isn't too far away to where they probably heard some of the explosions, maybe even saw some smoke. He's like, oh, so what brings you to my humble establishment here? How can I help you out?
You may have heard a couple of days ago the explosions south of here at the Hellfire Hands base.
Oh, is that what that was? Explosions. Oh, well, hopefully no one was hurt. I would be, my heart goes out to you. I understand being a mercenary can be very dangerous. But I just assumed it was, maybe some sort of concert happening in the big city. But to hear explosions, that is terrible to hear. I'm just glad to see you're all right.
Thanks. Well, nothing animate was hurt.
Ah.
But we do have a few inanimate problems.
Oh, interesting. Okay, a little inanimate problems. That makes sense. All right.
So, passing by, we saw your yard of equipment. Do you cover barracks?
Oh, I mean, my sons and I, we've been in business here for close to 30 years. We've done most of the big buildings you see over in the big city there. The skyscraper over on 16th and Cussaville. That Cussaville Road there. That's us. We've done well. So, are you looking for wooden structures? You looking for some sort of like you said concrete? Is what we're looking for. How bad is the damage? You got any pictures or whatnot? Because I'm assuming you want us to give you a bid for repair. Is that a fair assessment?
And just out of character for a second, would we know these buildings? Like, have we been on planet long enough to kind of like know if it's like?
You tell
I was
me.
about to ask.
You tell me. You've been on planet for about 2 years. Some of you've been here longer. than others. Make a decision. I will not force you to say yay or nay. If it feels in character to know, then you know. If it feels in character not, roll with it. I'm cool.
I
What you
guess for John, who's been on, he hasn't been on like a main planet. He hasn't been on like any planet that like has like the mega cities. But he's like, so he's like a country boy effectively.
Mhm.
But he would say that the building that's on the street corner that he mentioned would be stretching it as a skyscraper. It's like an office building at best.
Mhm, 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 mhm.
But
I think
you
the
can
other
tell.
thing that,
Yeah.
go ahead. I was
I
going
think
to say
I would say that he still like believes that they built it, but like he's not. He's like, okay, yeah, they know how to work concrete for like 30 feet.
I was just going to add, it could also be like one of those places which just seems perpetually under construction. Like there's always like something where there's like a construction fence around it or something like that. So maybe we go with that. So we'll just humorously nod at him.
Yeah, one of a few structures that could use some more work.
So you have some buildings that were damaged that you need repaired so that, they're not damaged anymore. Is that a fair assessment of the situation?
Pretty much.
That
Under
is
his
the long
breath,
and short
Talos
of
will
it,
be
yes.
under his breath. Talos will be like, "Oh, look at the smart guy over here," and we'll wander off to one of the P5000 lifters that's quite close by and just start looking at it.
Yeah. A couple guys come up and they're like, "Yeah, this is the new P5000. We just got this one in. It's pretty nice bit of machinery, ain't it? Blah 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 blah." They just try to make small talk with the man who doesn't do small talk. Comedic. All right, comedic over.
He'll do small talk with
nice.
construction workers.
Yeah, just like grunt 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 grunt, big machine go boom. Grunt grunt grunt
Yeah.
grunt. Good grunt.
Pretty much.
Back to Leandra.
Yes, we'll go. Just one thing, Mr. Harry. With this being a mercenary outfit and our military base, we are very particular about the personnel who are employed and who can enter into the area.
Sure,
kind
of
like
course.
fix the area.
Yeah.
Can we? Is there anything we should know about your personnel, or can we vet them, or have a look at? Can you introduce us to your crew?
Of course. Oh, miss, of course. I completely understand the necessity for security and whatnot. I mean, I've actually done some work with the local governor in some of the buildings, for the government, as it were. And I understand, you've got certain guidelines you got to go through and whatnot. And I look, I totally get it. Here's what I can tell you, okay, from the bottom of my heart. Most of the folks working for me, my sons, they're friends. We've been together. The youngest guy on my crew here has been with us for, at least 6 years, and never had a single complaint. All right, never had a single complaint. And if you need something done right, at a fair price, quality done right at a fair price, you cannot find a better place to do your business and to have your work done than Harry's and Sons Construction Co. All right, that is what I'm telling you. And I say that with a money-back, C-bills-back guarantee. If you are not 100% satisfied, we'll take off 10%. Fair enough?
First off, you give me your money. That's right, I get your money. And then who knows what happens?
Who knows? And then we see if we feel like it.
But,
Well, the thing is,
can I roll to get vibes off this guy?
Yeah, of course
I
you
was
can.
gonna say, here's the thing too. I mean, he might be a
Let's
shady.
go disco it, Dan.
If he's a shady character, but it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna piss off the people with like 30 50+ ton mechs. What could possibly go wrong? It's like we're gonna get that money. We're gonna get that money back.
So I think that's technically a match because I have +1 for int.
All right. Here's what I'll tell you. You are picking up a vibe that his surprise, this surprise of, oh, that's what that was not surprised. Like, he knows exactly what happened.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I never have guessed.
You're also picking up that. Here's what I'm going to give you with that check. The buildings look a little rough around the edges. The equipment looks a little rough around the edges. He himself, as I described up front, looks a little rough around the edges. For the way this guy is talking, he is they're one of the best construction companies, been in business for over 30 years. He makes something like, we're very busy, but seeing as you're here defending the planet, obviously I will make time for you. He's not telling you the whole truth. These guys are probably a little bit more down on their luck than they're letting off. And there's just subtle things around the yard. Like, for a construction company, it's the middle of the late morning. Shouldn't all these vehicles be out constructing? But it looks like his entire crew's here. That's weird, right? Like, every day they should be out doing something, repairing a road, doing, building a building, whatnot, and they're just here 11 a.m. in the morning. That's odd, right? So, do with that as you see fit.
Conversation off to one side. Can I make some small talk with the construction guys that just wandered over?
Guy's name is Billy.
Yeah, so he's going to ask Billy, how busy are you? You got some pretty sweet gear.
Oh yeah, man. I just wish we had some more work. I gotta tell you, man. Like we've been without work for like 3 weeks here. Things are getting a little boring. I'm honestly getting a little boring. I've been thinking about maybe going to find another job because I got bills to pay. I got kids to feed. I got like 6 kids, and let me tell you, man. Like if Harry does not find us a good job or some good work here soon, I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to last, but that's something you got to worry about, right? You over there killing people and blowing stuff up. You a mech pilot or what do you drive over there?
I said no. I've just got Daisy. I'm support.
Oh! You're support. So you're not actually like a Mechwarrior.
No, I leave it to those guys. They're much
Oh,
smaller
okay.
than
Yeah, must be amazing to actually be able to go into combat with real fighters, right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I love it, man.
Yeah.
Hey, well, you know what?
I guess
More power to you. That's great.
He's gonna pivot and go back to, and I guess with no work on, there's fewer opportunities, to lift things from sight,
Wait, what?
Well,
Lift things? What do you mean?
Things go missing all the time from construction work and buildings surrounding
Billy
them.
leans back. You implying like stealing stuff?
What the hell else are you supposed to do in your time off at break?
Fucking clean equipment, make sure everything's running good. Mr. Not Mechwarrior, I don't mean to be rude or nothing, but I think this conversation needs to end because Harry's been good to me and my family for many years, and I would never steal from him.
Well, yeah, of course, yeah.
Narrowed-eyed, completely just disconnected from the conversation, moves off to the side, goes and talks to a couple of the guys. They kind of point over in your direction, like looking at you, and like you have at least half a dozen sets of eyes on you now, watching your every move. They don't trust you.
He's gonna smile.
Yeah, they don't trust you.
Shit-eating grin back.
No, I don't trust this guy. That's a weird-looking dude. What else we got here?
Way to get bonus points for us.
Yeah, look around to find. And I'll spend a plot point if I have to, but I'm gonna look around and see if they have any demolitions equipment.
Looking for any sort of like getting rid of like stuff. So you would have to wander off. Here's what I will say: after Talos's, hey, you like to steal shit?
Use it as a distraction.
Yeah, but your entire crew now has kind of got some eyes on them. Like, Billy walked off, pointed, made some conversation, probably said, hey, I don't really trust this guy. Like, let's watch him. Like, they might be here to, fuck around. So, you'd have to give me some sort of stealth or, some sort of, infiltration check so that you can slip off somewhat unnoticed.
Thanks, Talos.
Nothing like Steve fucking shit up for the rest of the party. Thanks, Steve.
I don't have any fucking stealth.
Yeah, give me a 2d6 plus dex.
Okay.
AKA reflex.
That's what I said. Look, I played mostly
Totally.
Pathfinder. Don't judge me, all right?
No judgments here.
To be fair, this must be the first honest construction company ever.
Hey,
If they
That's
don't have the refresh
you
site.
actually are able to slip
Wow.
off somewhat unnoticed and head around
I would
to like
say
the
that
backside.
that'd be extremely unnoticed. That's a 16. 'Cause I have
Okay,
plus
all right.
3
I excuse my turn of phrase. All right, don't have to actually me, Anders. Golly gee
I
willikers.
will. I'll actually you every single second.
I respect that and I encourage it because I'm just me. So you slip off completely. You basically disappear into the shadows. You are invisible to literally yourself. You can't see yourself. You start to freak out, and then you have a heart attack. And your character's dead now. That'll teach you to talk back to me. Just kidding. All right, so we move on, and you slip away from the conversation, just like, hey, where's the bathroom or something? And you slip off, and as you're heading off to the restroom, you slip around. You're able to start snooping. There's a couple of different warehouses where there's some construction equipment. There's some like vehicles, and there's a lot of boxes. And you're able to slip into one of those buildings and actually start to poke around, as it were. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually move you over to a different map, to give you an idea of sort of this construction where I said there was like this site where they had all of their equipment. Now, the majority of the party is near this gate down at the bottom here, all right? You, Jonathan, have slipped up and around and are moving over to one of these, well, sort of long buildings. They've got these carts, these little like arms where they have like boxes and materials and whatnot, and you've slipped into one of these buildings. All right. Now, inside of that building, you are looking for specifically, you said you're looking for any sort of demolitions, correct? All right.
Yeah.
Take some poking. You have to slip down, you sneak around. Eventually, though, you do find a box labeled, lo and behold, TNT. It's open slightly, like imagine just like one of those like packaging boxes that you'll see in like Indiana Jones movie where they put like the Lost Ark in. Top is cracked open, slightly askew. It was in the back of this building, like under a tarp. You had to like lift it up. It looks like someone undid it, lifted it up, took out enough to cause some problems, and then just laid the tarp back down. The opening in the side looks like it was forced and looks like someone was moving quickly. So either someone stole it or someone was. It doesn't look like someone that was supposed to be here broke this box open and took what they took.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. And
Beautiful.
do the other sticks of dynamite look like dusty, like they've been in storage for a while? Or
Yes.
Does it look like
The rest
okay.
look like they've been there for a hot second. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's missing. I don't know enough about explosive stuff to give you like a unit of measurement. There is enough to do some damage and to blow up some buildings and to level some walls. Of this box, like about a quarter of it's missing. Its contents are missing.
Okay.
Did they leave
Got it.
behind the red box with the plunger with Acme written?
No, that's missing too. That's missing too.
Okay.
Yeah, just so you know,
Got it.
like C4 or something. I don't know, man. I'm not. I'd have to
Technically,
defer
if
to
it's-
Atomic for that.
If it's
Get some Simtech.
if
Simtech,
it's
yeah, sure.
demolition stuff,
Mhm.
it would be Anfo, I think, is like the common. Like,
There it is, Anfo. That's what we're working with. Anfo,
Demolition.
exactly. Perfect. Done.
I mean, correct me if I'm, but yeah. But in any case, I'll look at that. We would have smartphones. We're not totally locked to 80s BattleTech where they don't even have like.
I
Where
would
they
say
have, like,
you
fax
have.
machines.
You probably have.
Giant in-car phone.
If
instead.
I would say what you would have is you could even have like little earpieces where you said before you guys left on this infiltration mission, you had mentioned, hey, we're gonna get some like communication devices, right? So you've got like earpieces, just like the Secret Service would have, where you can be like, hey guys, I found something. I'm totally fine with that. I don't feel that's game breaking at all.
Okay, I'm gonna take a photo of it, and then also I'm gonna say, found something suspicious. Took a photo heading back. Also gonna take a whiz so that it doesn't look too suspicious.
Give me another stealth check as you exit out of this building.
Gotcha.
Still check. How loud is your stream?
Ooh.
Yep.
Let's see.
That's a 14. That's a pretty high DC.
I'm going to re-roll that because that's 2 ones.
I was gonna say you should probably re-roll that. That's pretty rough, bud.
So that goes out there, and then that goes bye-bye.
That's pretty rough.
Okay. Oh, fuck.
Oh no! Got any more
Gonna be-
re-rolls?
Oof.
No, I just have my plot points.
Does anyone want to give some edge to our boy to help him out?
Yeah, you can take one away.
Boom.
All right.
I mean, you put him in this situation, so yeah. DC would have been a lot easier if they weren't suspicious. A 7 plus.
That's
What's your?
that's 13.
Oh, you're
Plus
still
six.
missing.
I was gonna say to get him to re-roll his because he got a 4, 6, and a 4. So he's rolled pretty high on that DC.
I can roll mine. Reroll mine. You want me to reroll mine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go with your original roll, which was an 8. I will reroll my DC. Oh, that was
There we
good,
go.
Talos. That
There
was
we go.
good.
Good choice.
Yes. So you are getting ready to walk out. You're just about to step out of this like side door that you slipped into this warehouse building. And as you go to step out, you hear some conversation. You like quietly close the door. You listen to them walk by. You kind of like just creep it open just a little bit, crack it open. You see them walking away, and you're able to slip out unnoticed, completely silent, and then slip away and go lift a leg, as it were. Nicely done. Good save, boys. Collaborative storytelling. Hashtag good job. That was amazing. Loved it.
Awesome,
Absolutely
awesome.
loved it. Hell yeah. Very, very good. Very, very good. Right. So you guys head back. You still have this conversation going on, Leandra. And we're going to sort of theater of the mind it a little bit to where, he's negotiating back and forth. It's going to be X number of sea bills. Your commanding officer, who set you guys on this mission, did give you a ballpark of how much he is willing to pay. You're obviously supposed to give a little pushback back and forth. By the way, Caleb, thank you so much for the follow. You're supposed to push back a little bit. It's negotiation, right? You got to haggle. You got to haggle a little bit. It's, hey, don't pay full price. You got to haggle a little bit here. So you go back and forth. What you are getting.
You can do a negotiation roll, by the way. I'm happy to.
Please do, by the way. Please give me a negotiation roll. That would be amazing. You did say you have that.
Yeah.
That was a terrible roll, too. A 1 and 2 4s. Yikes. 13. Here's what you're getting. You are also, Leandra, picking up on he's trying to play coy, he's trying to play confident, but there is a element of, in his voice, desperation. Like, oh shit, like this is bad. Like, I need this job. Like, this job will probably keep his business afloat based on how much he's going to do, how much, mech warriors make, and how much they're willing to pay. This would probably save his business. If he's at that point, he might be. From what Talos picked up, maybe this guy's at that point where he might be losing some people here soon, right? Because they have to go and find other work.
Yeah.
You go back and forth, and they set on a price that is about 10% under what the maximum was going to be for what your company was willing to pay. Now you're able to negotiate more and try to push him down. Is Leandra the type of person who, just for the sake of negotiations, wanting to win, would try to beat this guy up a little bit because you've got the upper hand in this conversation? Or is she the type of person that would say, I've already gotten a good deal. This guy probably needs this work. I'm going to let him have what we've offered.
Yeah.
What would she do?
So I think more along the lines of the second one, sensing the desperation. What she will do, though, is she's going to look at him and say, okay, I can give you this amount of sea bills for the work, but I'm actually looking for something else. And what I need information.
Information? Well, I mean, I'm happy to give you whatever I can, miss, but I mean, I'm just the guy in a hard hat. Like what kind of information can I have?
I have a question. What is our Merc company culture like? Like, are we like just patch it and get it good enough? Or we're like, no, get the new parts in, get it as good
New parts in, get it as
good
good as possible. They do not half-ass anything. Your company,
Okay.
the Hellfire Hounds, for the local sector that you guys find yourselves in, let's say the local 100 or so systems in this local region, you're well respected. You've done lots of work. Hellfire Hounds have existed here for 20 years. And you have the money, you have the resources. Now, you've been smart with the money, you've been smart with the resources. You don't spend money unnecessarily. But if there's a new part that's needed, we could reuse this one, or we could just get a new one and let's do it right. Do it right once. Don't use a half-assed method to where you have to fix it later. That's the Hellfire attitude.
Don't half-ass two things. Whole ass
Correct.
one thing. But I was just asking because then it's like, okay, we're willing to pay for quality work. So if we know it's you do quality work, then we're not. That's what we're that's just what I was curious about. How we roll.
That's a great question. Absolutely, that is how the company rolls. 100%. So, what other information can I potentially provide you, Miss Leandra?
So, so we've all been communicating in our earpieces, right? So she's going to look at Strabon and she's going to go door, and then she's going to look at Talos and point to the guy.
Guy looks concerned.
As he probably should be out of character.
And so Leandra now's going to go. We heard you may have done some. You may have already done some work on our camp.
Whoa, 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 big guy. Hey, whoa, whoa. Guy backs up. You know, you guys were sort of outside this building. Let's just say for the sake of this scene, he invited you into an office, continued the conversation. You all are sort of alone away from the rest of his crew, giving you an element of privacy that we're looking for to add to the poignant nature of this scene. You know, if you're out in public, these guys are going to show up and there's going to be a big fight, right? So you're in a private area, away from prying eyes, as it were. And all 5 of you, maybe 2 of you are outside guarding the door. 3 of you are inside.
I'll be inside since I have the information.
Perfect. So Jonathan, Talos, Nylos, and Eric may be outside guarding the door. Is that fair?
I'd say in this case Eric would be, because he's trying to be the lead of the group. He's going to be in with the talking.
Perfect. Nylos maybe is
he's
at the
keeping it
door.
listen.
But we'll have everyone inside. Nylos is at the door. Perfect.
I mean, we can maybe leave it. So Talos can be outside for distraction purposes, right? If everybody's got eyes on him. So probably Talos is more outside, and so Strabon can be the big guy here inside.
Love that. So you have shown a sign of aggression, right? Maybe a little bit uptick in tonality, a little bit more hard. This gentleman picks up on it. His ears twitch slightly, and he says, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hey there! Whoa! What do we? I thought we were having a conversation about some work that needs to be done. I'm feeling some hostility from y'all. What am I missing here?"
I will put down my smartphone with the photo of the cracked open box and the bundles of dynamite.
Looks down
and
over at it.
I'm going to be good cop, and I'm going to be saying, if my thing wouldn't freeze, that's great.
You're good. Don't worry about it. It's a great moment. You're frozen talking. Yeah. It looks perfect.
Oh, I'm sure it looks amazing.
It looks so good. No, I loved it.
This is definitely not killing the complete momentum of the stream, I'm sure.
Oh man, you know, all 4 people watching.
Ruined, man. Yeah. I'm gonna have to leave at this point now. Immersion is ruined.
Yep, done. Bye, Steve. Case, bye, Steve. Nothing was lost.
Jonathan is gonna say, "We found this. I was just going to the John. I got a bit lost on the way. This doesn't look, to me, like you knew this was happening, but we need to know who got access to these explosives. Because this is very much running in line with all of our assessment from the damage. This lines up with the exact amount used to the central blast at the base."
Or do you have any cameras there watching over this kind of stuff? That way we can see who might have got him in.
And just on the aggression stuff as well, just like Leandra also pushes like an extra part of Seabo's, like, you know, just like we said, all we're trying to do is purchase information.
Here it is. So Harry's eyes dart to the images. They dart around the room, looking to every person briefly for a moment. You can see the hamster on the wheel in his head just going making that, you know, like squeaking noise. Needs a little bit of WD-40 or whatnot. It looks to be a mixture of, oh shit, but also his expression looks genuinely confused and surprised at the image he's looking at on the phone. He does not speak right away. He mouths words, the hamster wheel's still going. "Okay, look, I know exactly where that box is, mister. And there's no way that you got in there and got lost. I'm not mad about that, okay? Look, I get it. You guys are all fighters, you're warriors. I'm a simple worker. I work with my hands, I build things. That's what I do, is what my family does. That box hasn't been opened because we haven't had any demolition work in nearly 2 years. So, I'm going to say this, and I'm being honest, I have no idea where that stuff is missing. Oh, it's your choice if you want to believe me, but to answer your question as well, we don't have any cameras here. Most of the guys I work with, like I said, are my sons. They're friends. Folks I've known for 6, 7, 20 years, 30 years, some of these guys. Some of my, crewmen, as it were. Some of the overseers. I don't know why it's missing, but I know how this looks. Here's what I'll say. I will do anything in my power to work with you to figure out what the hell's going on.
That sounds reasonable to me.
Can I roll? I'm not gonna waste any more, but just like roll for vibes again.
Yeah, absolutely, man. 100%.
All right, 2d6 plus. I think. Well, I cannot. I don't know if I'll be able to beat this. I got 11. So.
Is anybody you know? Streaman says he's leaning against the door. Who's like, whatever. Is anybody you know gotten a new ride recently or started flashing around money of any sort?
Harry
Anybody new?
is giving some vibes, Jonathan, like there is probably something he knows, but he is nervous to let it go. Like he's definitely holding something back. It doesn't feel malicious though. Honestly feels protective. Like he doesn't want to say something because he's trying to protect someone. No, candidly speaking, haven't seen anything like that recently. There is a pause before he speaks. He stutters slightly, and that's what tips you off that he's not being entirely honest with you in this moment.
Hmm.
Look, I get it. You've known these guys. Some of these guys are your sons. You've known them. They've been your family friends for years and years. I'm gonna try and lie as best as I can. Actually, wait. Do we have children on our base? Do we have families on our base, or is it like strictly?
I would say yes. There are. It's a big enough company where there's some extended family. Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, we had tons of civilians around and everything. Like completely innocent people. That
both legitimate and legitimate children. Yeah, that's good.
Always an extra bonus.
This wasn't just a bunch of concrete and steel that got blasted apart. Nobody died, thankfully, but there was a couple injuries, and there was a kid not 50 feet away from this explosion.
Playing on a father's heartstrings, Jonathan?
Mm-hmm.
Are you playing on a father's heartstrings? I love the roleplay. No check. That's going to work. He lets out a sigh. He looks a little embarrassed. Okay, I'm sorry. And look, one of my sons, he's got a girl that he's been seeing in the city. And look, he's always struggled with the pair of two sexes, right? And I don't know. I don't like the lady. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you. She gives me the weird look. She's got like white hair. Seems far too sweet. It just feels like there's something off about her.
Does this match Lily's description?
You're goddamn right it does.
Yeah.
And look, she was here, I don't know, 4 or 5 days ago. Apparently they broke up, but look, I don't. If something happened, if she is in any way involved, and look, I'm just telling you what I know. I'm going on a long shot. She could just be some crazy broad, right? But I just got a weird feeling about her. She seemed far too interested in. Look, I just couldn't see how a girl like that would be interested in a son like mine. And I love my son, all right? I love Billy as a good kid. But God, is he ugly, all right? He is uglier than sin. And look, there's no way that lady was into him unless she was looking for something. And I think, based on what you found, sir, maybe that's something she was looking for. And again, I'm just trying to put pieces together. I don't actually know if she's the one that took it. Look, we don't have the best security around here. Like I said, it's family, it's friends, it's folks I've known for decades.
Well, maybe we can help you out as far as finding out more details about this young lady then. If you don't mind us, bringing your son in here briefly to sit here and say, on the pretext of, hey, we want to see his construction knowledge, is what we tell, outside this office, so it doesn't seem like we're really getting that questioning, and see if he can pass, a phone number or, where he any house or apartment she's at.
Literally, I mean, look at this guy. Look at this weird little soul patch. Ugly as sin. That's all I'm saying. This guy is literally ugly as sin. I mean, look at the kid.
Poor
Look at
guy.
It makes me really wonder
Okay.
if she was trying to get us to go there, like go to the bathhouse, so that they could do like when like in Vietnam when the VC would like blow up a club full of American soldiers kind of thing. Like if that's their she was like her intent.
Maybe.
Would not be past strategy.
Harry nods. He grabs like a little loudspeaker thing. He's got like a little like a radio set that is connected to like the loudspeakers around, similar to the base. He's like, "Hey, Billy, get into the office here." A couple minutes goes by. Billy walks in.
As Billy comes into the building, Talos would be like just outside the entrance to the building, just like playing with a sledgehammer or something.
Billy looks at him with just like narrowed eyes. Man, Billy is ugly, by the way. Just a frumpy looking kid. Poor guy. He slips in. Yeah, Dad, you need to. Whoa, what's Got something I should be worried about, Pops? No, Billy, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Just come on over here. This nice lady, these gentlemen have some questions for you. It's about Lily. Billy's face drains of color. His expression turns glum, and he just looks very downtrodden. Yeah, whatever you need, Pops. What can I do for you guys?
How long have you known Lily?
We started seeing each other 2 months ago. Went on a couple dates. I met her at the bar in what the hell's the name of the place? Bennigan's, I think it was, or something like that. I like that we're in the Asian part of the thing and everything is fucking New Jersey, but that's just what feels right to me right now. So just let me have this moment.
Look, it's a weird Asian, New Jersey, Irish.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, like, there's a. The Capellan Confederation is a weird mix of Chinese, Russian.
Yeah, well, apparently this planet,
Scottish.
they got a lot of Irish immigrants. All right, that's what it is. So there we are.
Look, settlers are settlers, man.
Yeah, it was Bennigan's, I think it was called. I don't know. She approached me at the bar. We started talking. I couldn't believe a girl like that was talking to a guy like me, and well, one thing led to another, and Pops. And I wasn't gonna say no.
Don't blame me, man. And, we're all flesh and blood, brother. So don't worry about that part.
Billy, where were you? Oh, actually, sorry. Do you know where Lily was? And then we'll put the date of when the explosions occurred. Like, what was it?
Well, we know where she was. She was in the base.
But is he going to try and cover for her?
A good point. Yeah, that's a good point.
Hold on 1 second.
Maybe she told him, "Oh, she's sick and doesn't feel good," or something, whatever. So that was just...
because that was fairly contiguous, right? Because we saw her, then she skipped out, then we went on the
that's a good
mission,
point,
right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But he'd tell us that that she broke up with him like not too long ago, as is. So he might not have an opportunity of saying said it, depending on when that breakup happened. Like she had already disappeared planning the event or whatever. Or maybe we'll find out, see if it's the same day as when that event happened. It was when they broke up.
Based on the timeline, it looks like they broke up a day or two before the events of last session. So he fills you in on, they saw each other for a couple months. They went on a dozen dates. Things seemed like they were going well. He was head over heels. And then, about a week ago, he says, 4 or 5 days ago, she just said she didn't want to see me anymore, and I haven't heard from her since. Her phone's off. I can't get in touch with her. I tried to call her. I tried to text her, and nothing.
She ever come and meet you here?
Yeah, she did. We got a house, like at a complex. And yeah, she came over a couple times.
You get to go visit her at her place, or did she usually only meet out and about?
He thinks about it, and he kind of has a realization, it dawns on him. No, I never actually saw her place. Hell, I don't even know where she lives. She just said in the city, and he's starting to realize, and his dad looks at him, and he's like, "It's okay, Billy. It's all right, Billy.
It happens to the best of us, brother."
Look, son. I got distracted by your mom's tits and ass too. I get it. Okay, it happens. It is what it is.
Just what a son wants to hear too.
John,
And he's like, "Oh, Dad, come on! Oh, grow, Dad." He's like, "No, believe me, son, I get it.
taking
Okay,
advantage
she's a beautiful
of
woman."
the fact that he got thrown off kilter by that, John is going to ask you ever give her like your set of keys for your car or anything, like for the and do those keys have a storage unit on them?
He
Like,
thinks
for this
about
building.
it. He thinks about it. He's like, actually, yeah, I did. She'd left something in my vehicle, and we were getting ready to go up and watch a film, and she asked for my keys to go up, but that was like a couple weeks back. It wasn't a big deal. I mean, wait, is something missing, Dad? Did Lily take something? His dad's like, maybe? And rocks his head back and forth. Look, son, you didn't do anything wrong. I'm not mad at you, okay? These nice people again here, just trying to ask questions and ascertain. Is that the word, right?
Yes.
Ascertained? No, ascertain. That's the right word. Okay. They're trying to ascertain what transpired at the base. Okay, what full cooperation. Just tell them what you know. Billy's like, yeah, she did, and she took a little longer than I would have expected, but I didn't think anything of it at the time. And she came back, and we had a nice night.
That's the important part, having a good night of it, right?
Yeah.
I think I'm probably going to spend a plot point here for our communicators not only to be linked up to each other, but to the base as well.
Ooh,
So
I
whilst
like
it's
that.
going
I will
on-
take that plot point and add it to my pool.
So that's
Let me go
why
over
this is
here
going on.
to you. Let me just go ahead and
Yeah.
steal card. Go ahead and authorize that, please. Delicious, delicious, delicious plot points.
Because then I'll take the opportunity of that like last 5 minutes to radio in the number that Lily had given Billy, just to see if like the mech techs or the aero techs or the comms people can trace it, basically.
ISA, snipers, whatever.
So you are looking to use... re-explain what you want to do, Leandro. I didn't quite
So
follow.
I want to so Billy mentioned that Lily had given him her number.
Okay.
And now it seems like it's disconnected, or like
Yes.
he can't get in touch with her. But I'd like to send that number over to our comms team over at the Hellhounds, like our spies or intelligence agents, or even to the officer from earlier in the session.
Okay.
And see if we can do anything with that number, like trace it,
Trace
or
where it was, maybe like
Yeah.
who, like what network it's through or whatnot.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
this is Hellfire Actual. Yep. We'll get our people on it right away. Give us 10 minutes.
Awesome.
Also, you guys are in the city. Could you pick up some boxed wine? Thanks.
As I chuckle to myself, well, I got a package to carry dark whiskey on its way, so soon we get here.
I like it. I like it. So Billy has given you effectively everything he knows up to this point. Do you feel satisfied with it? Do you have additional questions? It's entirely up to you guys.
It just
I
sounds
think
like he was used so she could get explosives, and then she ditched him. She's traded sex for explosives, effectively.
Yeah.
It sounds like.
I mean, what it works. Yeah,
I
so
mean-
we try to. I will try to comfort him. It's like, dude, again, we're out here to steer our back on you, brother. Just
Find
out what we can.
I'm changing Billy's token. By the way, this is Billy. Just ugly as sin. Look at that kid. Frumpy. Frumpy.
been beat up a little bit.
Yeah,
Carried on
frumpy
the
man.
ugly stick.
Frumpy man. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. All right. Anything else?
Talos will come on the comm and be like, "So, am I smashing stuff or what? Because I'm
I'll-
getting bored
I'll
out here,
go outside
guys."
and deal and just like put my hands up, be like, just let your anger out on my palms. Just like get it over with, man.
Easy does.
It's not in the face.
It does sound
okay?
like
Just
we got a
work the
good deal on
palms.
the construction. So
The work
we
seems
were
legit.
Yeah.
The guy seems like he talks technical aspects of like what needs to be done. He's got the materials. The job includes materials and labor. He adds in an extra like 2 weeks of time so that the actual final price may be less if he gets it done sooner, and he promises to do his best. And Leandra, I would say you feel like you may have just saved this family business, is what you're getting. You may have saved this family's business.
Plus, they might feel bad because of what happened, and
they might provide better help later.
Yeah.
Or just,
Potentially.
they just get it done quick, whatever. Like, it's like, well, it's not your fault, but at the same time, you were kind of dumb.
See if we could upgrade Tals into an industrial mech at some point.
I mean, the
Yeah.
other thing is like, okay, what's the signs that we even had any, potential uprising against us until this happened?
Yeah, it sounds like we're popular and everyone because I mean, yeah, big merchant. That's a lot of money incoming for the local economy and everything else. Like, I mean, and our base is crawling with civilians buying, selling, coming and going. So, I mean, people obviously liked us enough.
Mech warriors have a lot of disposable income because most of their food, most of their supplies
All their
is
shelters covered.
given, so they have disposable income. That's basically what they have, right? So go out, have some fun, blow it on the town,
It's a lot of
put
money.
everything on black. There you go.
So.
Spin that roulette wheel. Any other questions for Billy or Harry?
Sounds like we got. I mean, it feels like we got the truth out of them. It's just
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
is whatever. So, I mean, now we just gotta track down Lily and figure that whole thing out. Like, who's coming after us?
I got strong feeling we'll definitely find it at the spa.
I think we need to do some more recon about that spot before we walk in there, because
Yeah.
it just feels like, it's a trap.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Would
yeah.
disagree with that. And I'd say this part of the discussion, where after we finished, working out the details, the quote after effect, math, we just have a discussion in the car for any more discuss, what's going on, what we think's happened,
Mhm.
interpersonal, so that way we're not, in the public eye as much, and everything seems like everything went like it was supposed to in the office.
Yeah.
I like that. I like
We'll
that
have
a
a
lot.
nice handshake. We'll have Leandra or whoever wants to
Eric?
do the handshake. Yeah, Eric, give the nice handshake about like pleasure doing business with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Here's
make
my
sure.
card.
I'll start sending some of my boys over there. Once you alert your superiors, we can begin construction as early as tomorrow. We'll start getting the supplies together.
Awesome. Yep. Because I figure you guys will necessarily take a quick look and get your own eyes on and more official understand what you need. But
Absolutely,
at least you got a rough idea.
and we appreciate the opportunity. Truly, thank you.
Most welcome. All right, folks. Let's go ahead and head back out to the car.
All right, so
I'm
you
sure
guys,
Talus is ready to freaking. Or sorry, yeah, Talus is ready to sit there and blow a gasket. I say that out of his earshot.
beautiful.
I'll hear it and then I'll say it in your earshot. You're about to blow a gasket.
Oh,
Oh,
sick
God.
burn, sick burn. There it is. There it
Immediately
is.
runs over to the bike and checks the gaskets.
That damn mech tech almost ruined it for you, bud. There you go.
A goddamn
Her
bitch.
fingerprints and her curiosity.
Exactly.
So many
touching
fingerprints,
the
so much
bike.
curiosity. So, you all get back in the Rat Pack. You rev the engine. It explodes. Good campaign. See you guys next week. All right.
Hey.
Yikes. Didn't make a perception check on the vehicle. Sabotage. It is what it is. Sometimes that's how it happens. TPKs, just like that. Get in the Rat Pack. You head off. A couple of waves. The last thing you see in one of the rearview mirrors, whoever is looking, is Billy and Harry walking out. They've got some smiles on their faces and relief. You see relief on their faces. Billy still looks a little embarrassed, a little sad. His dad pats him on the shoulder, and they walk out. You see the dad kind of making an announcement and like fists in the air, hard hats thrown up. Like it's a very uplifting moment for this family business.
Awesome.
Sound of the road, tires on concrete, the hum of the hoverbike behind. You guys have a moment some time to discuss next steps as you head towards the city.
I think that proved a very useful little event. We know now at least where maybe the explosive part of the base stuff came from. Not necessarily done by them, but unfortunately they got honeypotted, so it happens to the best of them. So I guess the next thing is we definitely want to be more subtle in our visit to the spa. Because that's definitely probably going to be a hotbed. The fact that we know this Lily gal has been around here and was being, all touchy feely with our boy, we could probably expect similar attempts. Not to say he wasn't the only one being fished.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So we're sending Talos and Soli to do
To
subtle
do all the talking.
Literally,
Yeah.
That
get a
tracks.
massage.
That
Yeah.
tracks. That tracks.
Just walks up to a woman. You touch my bike. But yeah, okay. I'm good for whatever the plan is. Get back in position. Do we want to get like? I'll spend a plot point if we need to, but if we're gonna head back to base and then head off to the
Base
to
isn't too
the
far away.
bar, I want to get like. I'm trying to find the best way to phrase it, like a communication. We'll just see if it's possible to get it, like a communication sniper, to see if like there's any way sniper / jammer, like a little like data pad that like can intercept like
Any transmissions?
any transmissions.
Picks
going
up radio
out and then jam them.
signals, Wi-Fi signals, that sort of thing. So you
Yeah,
want something that
5G, whatever it
jams,
is.
or do you want something that picks up if signals are being sent?
I'd say picks up if things are getting sent is the more important part.
Is it looking for a particular wavelength? Reason I ask, you're heading into a city. There's going to be Wi-Fi. There's going to be cell phone. There's going to be lots
Definitely
and lots
cell
of
phone.
radio. There's going to be,
Yeah.
but there's going to be a lot of that around, so it's going to be picking up everything. Is it looking for something that is encrypted, encoded? You know, give me a little bit more of like what specifically is this item going to be designed to do, so that I can.
I'm gonna say like 1 to 2 generations. Like if we're on like 7G or whatever.
The
it is,
iPhone 604.
Yeah, but if that's the one that just released, we're going for the iPhone 602, where like it's like whatever the last to second to last generation of data on cellular is, and it's because I'm going to assume that they're not going to be using the latest greatest one. They're going to be using something else, and they're going to be using more encrypted channels.
So you're looking for something that will track if something is attempting to be encrypted, and
Yeah.
will pick up that the signal is quote unquote encrypted, effectively a tracker of some sort.
Yeah.
I will give that to you for a plot point.
The word you're looking for, by the way, is they're called stingrays.
Ooh.
Gotcha.
Those
There
are
you go.
those are those like fake cell tower things that intercept.
100%. I
signals.
will allow you to have a portable one that will work within a, let's call it a quarter-mile radius from your
I don't
present
even
location.
need that. I want like 40 feet or like 50 feet.
A
Something like that.
quarter-mile radius.
I mean, we could probably put one in like a vehicle and we put it in
Yeah.
a parking lot or something and it'd do it.
I
We
love
have a
that.
pack rat. It's got kind of some of that communication gear already in it.
Yeah,
Very
that's what-
easily, if you head back to base, can very easily be retrofit quickly to do this.
Yeah, because on the basis that it's not like an active jammer, and it's just like an analyzer, a spectrum, like a wavelength
An
analyzer.
analyzer, yeah.
Right, yeah.
I think
They're
it's
they're
perfect.
they're
I think
effectively
it's
just man in the middle attacks. Is all they do is
Yeah.
they're just intercepting data.
I think we should go with the fact that it was
Give
actually.
me your
Right.
plot point. Num 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 num.
I did. It should be on the thingy. There we go. Yeah.
Give me your
Oh,
other plot point. Give me num 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 num.
Okay. Where is it? I'm waiting for the
Yum,
request
yum, yum.
again.
All right, no, deny that request. Deny that request. I took the other one.
Okay.
I'm
Okay,
num
cool.
num 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 plot point. I'm num 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 num.
Hmm.
I love it. It's delicious.
The balance is.
Did
Yeah.
you have one too many plot points though?
No.
You should only have 2.
No, he should have 3
It
because
should
he
be
got
3.
one. He got one last session and he's got one 2 here.
He's hanging over his plot points.
Maybe a little bit.
One of those times that it
We're
really
gonna get
matters.
we're gonna get to like session 20, and you're just gonna be stacking up all of the plot
I have
points. for one
400 plot
one
points. I will
thing.
spend them all campaign over.
I mean,
you
I
die.
was gonna say, is there like a thing so you can't just burn like 20 plot points at once to do some just like rocks
It
fall?
usually
recommend.
recommends
You know what that
not
thing
stacking
is?
them.
You know what that thing is? Is me not being a total dick.
Yeah, well, you know,
Yeah.
one
So
can hope.
Oh,
So
no.
far. So far.
So far,
Mhm.
I mean, the rules are more of guidelines at this point for you.
really more God.
I am a dungeon master. I create a boundless world and I bind it by the rules. That's a community
It
reference,
does.
by the way. I love that show.
Oh, good grief. So I think we got a generalized plan. Leander, I appreciate you staying in the lead on us. You know,
Yeah, I think we have to go
just a
back.
matter of for reference for all of us. making sure we're not drawing too much more attention than we already are. I'll be like on the radio to Talos as because that way he's listening in on this part. I appreciate you being very forthcoming, but subtlety is what we're looking for, and I know you got to run. That is not your particular forte, but I appreciate your enthusiasm.
A last one, not respond. You get a mild blip, like as you was about to respond, and then you decide not to.
Good enough for me. So we
Any
got
other
our
preparations prior to heading into the city? Or are you simply looking to just head out and begin? It sounds like, and again, I want to make sure I'm on the same page with all of you, that you are planning to head directly to the spa? Are you planning to do a little bit of like driving around and poking?
I think nearby first. I don't think straight in, basically. I think the only other thing we can do is, do we also want to play like a, do you want to do run any background checks on Lily, or is there like any kind of like research we want to do on the side, basically?
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah. Definitely try and get some more intel on her if it's out there. The only other things I could think of on that one was we were having that discussion with Billy of, okay, where'd you guys go out today, a date and whatnot. We already heard about the fact that they met at betting ends, so that might be another area to check out, just to kind of visit in, see, get the lay of the land, and not necessarily ask many questions, but more observe, which I know is getting boring. But
so, Wolf, can we retcon a little bit without too much problems? When we radioed in the number, we also radio in like a description and kind of like any info that Billy would have given us.
I don't think that's even a retcon. I think that's a, hey, let me call back into base and say, hey, I want to get some more info.
Well, we also, if everyone recalls, when that lady, when she was at the base being shady, we reported it to the MPs, like, hey,
yeah.
This bitch. So they already know, like, more or less who we're talking about. And I'm sure our base probably has cameras where they can, they have her on video or whatever, so they know.
And hopefully the security guys are already looking into that piece of the puzzle.
All right, I'm having an old man moment real quick. I'm just gonna fully admit it, Leandra. You just called base, and I, for the life of me, can't remember what you called them for. I said 10 minutes. I remember I said 10 minutes.
Oh, the number, the
number, right? Okay, that's what it was. Yeah. So they traced the number back to one of the local like T-Mobile carriers. Like it's cheap, and you can just get like a day-to-day phone. And that particular number was a pay by like the minute phone, and it has been off. It has been off for a week, so they have no other information on it. Yeah. I literally had a senior moment. I was like, I remember I said 10 minutes, but God, for the life of me, I don't remember what you asked. Yikes. I'm an old man. Forgive me.
Back in my day, kids.
Well, back in my day, old timey prospector. I've got two voices I can do. Old timey prospector and Jersey guy. That's my only accents I've got.
We went to school uphill in the snow both ways. There's no prospector fault. Yes, it is tectonic plate upheaval.
That's awesome. I love it. I love it.
No.
All right, so you have that information.
Out of character, because Talos would not put this together. Would the Hellhounds have a good enough rapport with like local cops and stuff like that to like pass information to them and say there is
how trustworthy are they taking care of business?
The local police are, for all that you know, they've gotten the Hellfire Hounds. Like, you went into town, you got a little roughed up, they let you guys off. So they have a pretty good relationship with you guys. In fact, they probably let the Hellfire Hounds, mercenaries, and different members of the base that come into the city and maybe, get into a fight in the bar, they let them off. They don't arrest any. Like, none of the Hellfire Hounds have ever been arrested.
They arrest them and then ring the base and say, guys, you need to come and pick your guys up. We're not going to put them in
please come pick your guys up. Deal with like, them. Come on. Like, they're getting a little rowdy here. So, yes, they have a very good relationship, I would say.
So I guess that's an option, whether we notify the local cops. And also, I think Talos probably would recommend or would suggest that, like, if we're going into the city, then we might as well take some of our own sea bills. Like, it's not all work. Can't just go to the bar
and have a good time. That's what I was thinking. Like with Bennigan's was kind of that approach.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah,
Alice will
I'll
definitely
stay in
not
the,
pick up on the subtlety of your. That's why we're going there.
I'll stay in the pack rat to monitor any signals being sent out, just in case.
So we're hitting Bennigan's first. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do Bennigan's first instead of Spa.
Righty then. So you guys head off and head into the city. The city itself, think of it like a sprawling metropolis. How's the best way to describe it? So it's like lots of countryside, and the way that I've always imagined a lot of BattleTech cities is they're like almost like Vegas, to where it's like, country, desert, desert, and oh, there's a city here, right? So that's a very, very similar sort of thing. There's no walls. It's just you start to see buildings, and then you start to see more concrete, and then you start to see the big towers. Very similar to the video games, where it's just like
Big
there's
urban
a
sprawl.
city, big urban sprawl in the middle of just like a countryside, right? And so you get there, you drive in, moving around. You've got local GPS. Turn right at 4th Street. Turn left at Shenanigans. I don't know why the street name's Shenanigans, but it is. And eventually,
Well.
Anybody that's the next person that says shenanigans.
you pull up to Bennigan's.
I got the pistol. I can pistol whip.
Bennigan's off of 4th and Shenanigans, because that's funny to me. So, you pull up to Bennigan's, and I'm going to
What
move
was
you guys
that bar
over
called again that you like?
to... Random
Oh
map.
yeah,
Here we go.
classic.
Alrighty then, you guys may move yourselves onto the battle map. So we're going to do a quick little learning moment. If you go over to your token for your characters, you hover over, left click, and drag it onto the map, you should appear on the map.
Oh, there.
There we go. Now we're cooking. Let me just get you guys a little bit bigger.
Getting serious deja vu with this map. Well,
Yeah, I've used it before.
Oh yeah, no, it gets the same thing. Like because
It's a great bar map.
well, being in a bunch of
Freaking
your
me out,
Pathfinder
man.
games, you got a couple like for just like it's just a road map. It's like why use a different one? So it's like you just see the same one a bunch of times. It's like
Oh yeah.
it's-
No,
I remember.
I have literally a list of Pathfinder maps that I use
Yeah.
that are like random encounter road 1, 2, 3, 4, random forest road
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, and I use them in every one of my games because it's just you're fighting some wolves. Here you go.
Well, it's just like you don't need. It's like yes, this is a road. Like why? It's a road. Just
It's a road, man. What do you want from me?
exactly.
All righty then. So, you guys head in. Bennigan's is actually, even though it's only at this point, let's call it late afternoon, like 2 o'clock. It's open. There's no one inside right now. It's just you guys. You walk in. The guy at the bar looks to be, dusting off things, setting up a couple of bottles along the wall. He sees you all walk in, gives you a curt nod. Be with you in a moment. And you all are able to roll up to the counter, take a
Nice
seat.
little place.
And thanks guys. You gives a quick squint. Mechwarriors?
Yeah, we do a little bit of that.
Oh, first round's on me then, boys. What can I get you?
Oh, I'll take some equivalent of Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar. It's actually pretty good. I set this down. I am not
I
sponsored
might
by
look
them,
into that.
but I could. be.
So, so I imagine Straven's like he probably always smells like oil, hydraulic fluid, cigarette smoke, and bourbon. Neat. He's like he actually pulls like a cigar out of his thing. He's going fancy.
They actually let smoking in the bar.
I imagine they do.
They do. Yes, smoking is allowed in the bar. It's not illegal here. Surprisingly enough, it is not illegal. You're all able to pop
Double
down,
crete on the rocks, please.
get your drink orders. Beautiful. What else we having? Anything else? Talk to me.
Talk to me, Goose.
Say something, Goose.
I'll have like a purple cow or whatever it is, like Red Bull in the future.
I think you made that up. I think you definitely
did.
made that up. All right.
Oh, we
there's
totally got
one
the
lady
the
sitting
purple
over
cows as a
here.
drink.
And we're gonna have one other lady who walks in, like couple minutes after you get in, you're having your drinks. A couple other people walk in. This gal walks in, offers a smile and a wave, and he's like, "Hey, Barb." He's like, "Hey, Ben. I'll be out in a moment. Just gotta get ready." He's like, "Yeah, no problem." So the lady walks in, sits down at the bar. "Usual, Ben. I'll be with you in a second, Martha." All right. So you boys just on leave in the city? I heard some rumors that there was an accident or some sort of, thing happened at your base. Saw some smoke rising the other day.
Yeah, we're just trying to get some relaxed time in.
Oh. Was it an accident or did something happen?
A little bit of an adventure.
Got it. No worries whatsoever. No worries whatsoever. Well, you all just here for
But
pleasure, or are you looking for information? He smiles knowingly,
Bit of both.
yep, bit of both.
and nods. Well,
This is where I'll be like, Leandra here. She's a great one to talk to about that kind of thing.
oh, well, Ben of Bennigan's. He offers his hand to shake Leandra's.
Leandra Camus. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. I feel like I've
D-
never seen you in here before, but hopefully this isn't the first time and the last time at the same time. If that makes
Well,
sense.
this is the first time because we only just one of our acquaintances just mentioned this bar. Do you guys by name? Actually, shall we use? Should we look at the group?
I would say,
Billy,
out of
or
character, I
shall
would say
you-
Billy.
Yeah,
Just talk about Billy rather than then we'll work.
yeah. Well, so
Uh,
yeah, we're
That's
Billy
out of
covers
character
that this
knowledge,
place.
though.
Billy.
Yeah.
Nah, it's Billy. Harry's kid. Yeah, he's a good kid. Ugly as sin, but good kid.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we happened to meet up with him not too long ago. He recommended the place is a good spot to swing in to see granted, it's a little early for the nightlife, but we figured we'd supposed to still swing in when it was a little less busy, so it wouldn't be such a surprise.
He nods.
So Ben, did you hear? Has anybody been talking about that? Incident at the base, or talk about the base, or was it just?
Well, I mean, I've heard some rumors, some talk about it. There was some loud booms we even heard here in the city. What was it, 3-4 days ago? The Lucy, what it looks like she's like an apron on. She's probably like wait staff. She comes in. She's like, it was like 4 days ago, 3 I think. Everyone, if you need anything else, let me know. And he goes, I'm gonna go over and take care of Mary. He's like, do what you need to do, Lucy. He walks over, begins to take an order from her. It's like a mix of a restaurant / bar. Like they probably serve some like appetizers and things. And she walks over and starts taking an order.
I'll
Yeah,
put
no,
a
we've heard.
10 C-bill in with her tip jar.
Oh, she likes you. So Ben has a conversation with you. Mentions there's been some talk. Some folks said it was an attack. Others said it was an accident. He doesn't really pay too much attention to it. But obviously, it was a little bit of a talk. One of the more interesting things that's happened here recently in the city, since the city hasn't really been directly attacked. Since there's an entire company of Mechwarriors 5 miles out of town. Like no one's gonna be an idiot and do that. Kilometers, excuse me. We are in the Mechwarrior universe. I should be using kilometers. So he fills you in that there's been some chat. Mentions that
miles.
he actually hasn't seen Billy in a couple of days. He hasn't seen that girl he was hanging out with as well. He's actually wondering if maybe there was a falling out between them. She seemed like a sweet gal. They looked cute together, despite Billy being ugly as sin. And just making small talk. Just making small talk as a bartender does to and with his customers.
Yeah, we had learned a little bit about at. Unfortunately, it's he did happen to drop that little bombshell of as much as they had met her, they apparently had fallen out recently. But we weren't trying to get too much in their business on that half of things.
So she got her glasses prescription fixed and realized he was ugly as sin. Gotcha. Fair enough.
Probably.
He laughs. I'm being mean. I don't actually mean. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. He works hard for his dad. He's a good kid.
Yeah, that's the impression we got as well.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely gotta be surprised such a looker was talking to him. Had she been around a bunch before then?
So that gal Lily, she showed up here maybe about 3 months ago. Just started talking to folks, you know, seemed nice enough, would show up every couple of nights. Took a very, very intense interest in Billy as soon as she found out where he worked. Candidly speaking, I mean, it was a busy night. I didn't think too much of it. But now I'm starting to wonder, based on you being here, based on the events of a couple of days ago, if there might be a connection. He seems a little bit, maybe, he seems pretty smart, right? He's starting to put two and two together. He's like, I think I know why you're here. Look, I got great respect for the Hellfire Hounds. You've done wonders to keep our city safe, our people safe. If I can offer any specific information, you have any specific questions, I will literally tell you everything I know. Again, you got my gratitude. You're the
We
reason
do
I'm still in
appreciate
business.
that.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna say for myself, John's gonna go back to the pack rat. He's gonna say, yeah, excuse me, I gotta take care of something. He's gonna go back to the pack rat and just
Perception check now that you're outside.
Okay.
Give me a perception check, baby bird.
That's intelligence.
Let's see if we're about to get jumped.
Yeah.
That's an 8.
An 8? Alright, let me just roll a thing here really quick. Okay,
Fuck me.
everything looks fine.
Well, I'm gonna make my
Seems
way
clear.
back to the pack rat to man the electronics equipment.
Perfect.
I'm going to ask, are there any regulars who have stopped appearing in the past couple of days?
He thinks about it. Regulars. Nope, just Billy and Lily. It's really the only two that haven't been here. Hey, Lucy, have you seen Greg? Yeah, he was in just the other day. You were in the back. No, nobody else other than those two.
Fair enough. We'll keep that in mind. Appreciate the little tip there.
I think one thing Leandro will do with Ben, if we're going to move on to like other conversations, we'll probably get that pack of wine for the crew and for the base.
Box?
Yeah, the
of
box.
wine,
Yeah.
sir?
Yeah.
A box of wine. Thank you very much.
Oh, by the way, have you heard of the spa? Now I'm out of character in here in a second.
That's all right.
Was it red? We said red. Scarlet Dream.
The Scarlet Dream Spa. He tilts his head to the side and says, Scarlet Dream Spa? That place closed like 4 months ago.
Huh.
Hmm.
We happen to
So
say
that's all
at,
just say, I told you it wasn't a spa.
Yeah, it just went belly up. And not that I ever went there. It definitely wasn't just a spa.
Aha. A little more of a special massage parlor.
Correct. The endings that were enjoyable is what I was
Right.
told. I'm a married man myself. He tapped his wedding ring. Not my forte.
No, that wasn't what we were going to go with expecting either. But Lily happened to swing in and was advertising that place. So we were going to go check that out.
That's weird. Like I said, it's been closed for 4 months.
Carlos will say, as he's swirling a bourbon in the bottom of his glass, I hate bourbon. I'm not drinking bourbon. He's not going to drink bourbon. He'll have an actual whiskey. And we'll knock it back and said, we should probably still check it out. Slam the glass on the table and stand up and go to walk out the door.
Yeah. And the last thing Leandro will say to Ben is like, "We were not here. If Lily comes in, we were not here." Basically.
Ooh.
On that note, I'll put a 20C note in his tip jar. We appreciate your hospitality and help.
You're
We'll
able
definitely
to
recommend
alter-
our guys visit you guys far more often.
Your patronage is well received and welcomed.
I would take our box and leave.
He gives you an extra box of wine, a red and a white. Love it.
Let's go.
Let's fucking
Classy.
go. So you guys get back on the proverbial road out in the streets. You do have. This
This is our chance to do perception as we get out.
Yeah, give me some perception checks, please. Yeah, give me a little perception mundo.
Skill check.
There we go.
15.
11.
Hmm.
Along with Talos getting 11.
Talos.
We got four passes.
Nylos. You are the one that notices there is a vehicle that wasn't there when you guys pulled in like 20 minutes ago. Had your conversation.
Good.
And as soon as you guys all exit out, engine revs up, car backs away, takes off down the road in the opposite direction as to the direction your pack rat is facing. So imagine that you guys are right here at the in the pack rat. You guys go to the vehicle. Vehicle's on the other side of the street. Lights come on. Vroom, speeds off down the way. A blacked out, black windowed, black wheeled vehicle. Not suspicious at all.
At all.
Good
Exactly
old,
what I thought too.
good old FBI special. Yeah.
Exactly.
These would be CIA guys, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Everybody just looks
Anyways.
like
All
It's
of us
some
go.
three-letter agency, I'm sure.
Yep. The alphabet soup. Not like we were being followed or anything.
No,
So,
surely not.
Yeah.
I'll ask Strawman, do you happen to see it? Because you were one that, no. It was,
I rolled a 15, yeah.
To reward you as well for your intelligent thing with doing the, what was it called again, Atomic? A Stingray?
Stingray. Yeah.
You get a short-range message burst. For 1 plot point, I will allow you to automatically decode it and get a quick snippet of what is said on that short-range radio burst.
I'll do it.
Love it.
I mean, here, let me
Somebody give me that
do it.
delicious
Let
plot
me.
point.
I've got 3, so let me do it. So you still
okay.
got one.
Delicious,
So, yeah,
delicious.
okay. I'll burn one.
Delicious plot points. Yum, 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 yum.
How do you? Oh, I see. Let it go.
Give me yum, 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 yum.
And we put Talos in the rat. I thought he joined us on a. You're on your bike, right, Steve?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I ain't getting a pack rat.
Because I'm just
Oh.
wondering, like,
Forgive me.
is it worth you just shooting off after them, basically?
Let me,
Yeah, then he'll be up by himself.
let me not ruin our immersion here real quick. Hold on, let me just do this.
I mean, with all the plot points that we're giving Wolf at this point, I don't have.
We're
much hope
already
that it's gonna
SOL.
last that long.
Yeah, exactly. It's just leading us to a TPK at this point. So it's like,
Hey! Probably. All right. I'm not saying definitely, but probably. I mean, ideally, it's good. So you get a little bike. Look at him. He's so cute in his little bike. Brum brum.
Amazing.
He's adorable.
Perhaps
Yum, yum,
today
yum,
is a good day to cause trouble.
because we can still communicate with him, right? We've still got comms.
100%.
and
Yeah.
So whilst it takes us a
With
while
the
to turn
plot
around,
point, though, Jonathan. The short-range message that you receive is Protocol 7, bug out.
Well, that's not good.
Protocol 7, bug out.
Gig is up.
And
as,
then whatever
veteran
message
mech
you...
warriors, would that mean anything to any of us?
The Protocol
In terms
7,
of-
no. Bug out, sure.
Yeah, bug out definitely. We will all know.
Does anyone have Streetwise?
Nope, but I
Yes,
can roll
lots of it.
anyway.
You have lots of it, Talos? Perfect.
Yeah.
Roll me a Streetwise check, please. Oops, I didn't roll enough. I meant to roll 4. 16. 15 is the number you're looking for.
Ooh, you can have an edge and re-roll all of those 6s. Thank you.
Full 6s, so I'm rolling 2. I've got a 4 right now. 4, 5,
Nice.
6, 7. Cool. Protocol 7. Protocol 7. Remember those gangs you used to work with back on was it Solaris? Am I right?
Yeah.
Remember those gangs? So there was one time where your gang got hired by this shadowy organization that you never really knew exactly who it was, who they worked for.
Or CAD.
What's that?
Or CAD.
Or KED?
Or cared.
Or cared.
cared.
Or
Didn't care
cared.
about
Oh,
them.
I was like, orc head? That's a weird
Look,
thing.
you-
There's
you
no
gotta-
orcs
you-
in this setting.
You,
Or cared.
you gotta remember.
It's that thick British accent. I just can't understand what you're saying. You don't even speak English, all right?
I'll
You speak
translate.
some British English, the Queen's English. It's weird. I don't like it.
I'll translate. It's alright.
Please, yeah, translate for me moving forward. I love you, Steve. I'm so glad to be playing with you again. I missed you so much. Just constant nagging back and forth. It's beautiful. So there was a moment where you overheard one of these shadowy individuals, which God only knows who they worked for, but they used the term Protocol 7. And what happened after the term Protocol 7 is a lot of your people died. There was this there was some explosions, there was some death, there was just a lot of bad shit that happened, and that was sort of a precursor to you, not right there, but one of the things that maybe you started to think, I should go do something else. If I remember correctly, you ended up leaving at some point. This was a precursor. It was effectively a scorched earth protocol, is the way that you interpreted it.
Oh, that's gonna go over swimmingly.
No, we should
That's good.
immediately warn the base.
Remember I said TPK?
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Going for it.
I mean, assuming that Jonathan relays Protocol 7,
Yeah.
that the message that came over is Protocol 7 bug out. Talos was saying, "Okay, I'm going after that. Going after that car. You
Okay.
need to warn the base. Everything is going to go to shit in a handbasket."
Yeah, well, I'm thinking either they're going to attack the base or they're going to scrub whatever their
Plan
base
was.
Well, whatever their base of operation is, they're like, okay, set the documents on fire, blow the place up, whatever. We're burned. We got to move, whatever. Or both.
Yeah.
I mean,
So I'm gonna follow the car. Get to what was it?
Scarlet Dream.
Scarlet Dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get to Scarlet Dreams. Make sure you've got big guns.
As you are following the car, I'm going to spend a plot point. You lose the car.
Ah.
Take that, Steve.
He just picks on Steve. It's just weird. I don't know what
But Steve picks on me, all right? He just
Steve,
constantly
look.
picks on me.
Steve and I enjoy the same Warhammer factions, so he's all right in my book.
He's
we
a
get along
good,
great.
he's a good guy.
We get
We're
along
We
actually
all
great.
good
just get along.
Fuck no.
No, he's
Fuck
the
no.
enemy.
He-
guys.
he's a dirty towel player. It's
Blau
fine.
just spent 2,500 points. Everyone gets an extra edge this
Oh, thank you.
session.
Nice.
Blau just spent 2,500 points. Everyone gets an extra edge,
My man.
and you may keep those between now and next session as well.
Shit. Man, I got a lot of
Remember
channel
having-
points.
You're not allowed to spend channel points on your own session, sir. That is the Darewolf Den house rule.
All right, fine.
That he just made up right now.
Who's in one of his other games? I'll spend points on yours if you spend points on this one.
You
Let me
get
know.
right out, sir. You get right out.
Hey, look.
However, Talos, you do end up making it over to where lo and behold, this Scarlet Promise, Scarlet Whisper, Scarlet Touch.
Scarlet Dream.
Scarlet Dreams.
That's what I said. All right,
Yeah.
don't even.
Those
try.
were words.
I heard it right.
I do words good.
I can word. So it is right in front of this newspaper stand right here. There's the snack wagon over here. Nice neon light glowing. It's in a section of the city where there are some actual skyscrapers, and there's like shadows. So like the lights are always on here just because like unless the sun's at high noon, it's a shadowed street, right? And there is indeed a building right here that is blocked off. There's a set of stairs that goes up. It says Scarlet Dream. Scarlet Scream. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Scarlet Dream.
But you get
F
there.
of the dreams has fallen off. It's just kind of upside down.
Exactly. And it's got, it looks dark, nothing inside, etc. Talos, you pull up in your bike, looking all, you. And let me go ahead and get your bike
Nice.
onto here as well. It's beautiful because you get ahead of them pretty quickly. So we're gonna give you a moment here to discover what happens. Your bike pulls up, hop off the bike. There is the Scarlet Dream. How do you wish to proceed, Talos?
Unhook the machine gun that I have strapped to the side of the bike, and
This guy has no fucking chill.
No.
I know. I like
He
it.
has
And
only
I
two
love it.
things:
He is our-
sitting, eating, and drinking. or
I imagine
shooting
Talos
things
is
with
like
the
our.
biggest gun that he can
He's
find.
our like Hugo Stiglitz. That's what I imagine.
Say
Like,
goodbye. Say goodbye to your Nazi balls.
Say goodbye to your Nazi balls.
Probably one of the greatest lines in a movie in recent history, in my
It's
opinion.
fantastic.
Oh,
It's
good
just
grief.
It's
it's such a
beautiful,
good
man.
line.
Take it
Alright,
away,
he's
Talos.
gonna-
What's the battle plan?
He's going to, get himself armed and ready, and then radio the rest of them. I'm at Scarlet Dreams. How long are you going to be? Do you want me to leave anything for you to kill?
Please try not to shoot first, since we do at least have some friendly folks in the theory in the city still. And we
How do I
we'll
know
be
which
like
ones are good?
minute behind at best. Especially at the fact that Talos took off in a hurry. I'm sure the rest of us are like, oh God, let's not let him get away with this in another incident.
I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. As long as there's somebody left to ask questions to, we're okay.
I just shake my head.
Okay. So is it this door?
Mm-hmm.
The ones that left, I think.
No, that's right. You're right.
Oh, the one going upstairs.
It's the one going up the stairs. You got it, brother. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not sure how big the machine guns are in BattleTech, because there's multiple images and they're all different sizes. But I imagine it's the biggest fucking gun that you can possibly find.
Basically, a man-portable Gatling gun.
it's like he's walking around with
Not
like
quite
a
that big.
like I was gonna say, well, not even a heavy sniper, but like maybe like a an FN mag, like a 7.62, like medium machine gun kind of thing. It's still portable.
The support weapons are a little bit awkward because they're technically mech scale weapons that you have to set up. Like, that's the deal.
But we play a little fast and loose with them because
Yeah.
in the interest of, in this situation, you just have a machine gun of some sort, right? You've got like an M60,
Equivalent of a
M50.
saw.
Yeah,
A saw. You've got a
it's-
saw,
yeah,
right? That's what I'm thinking.
there you go.
I was thinking saw.
249,
Exactly.
Minute word.
You've got a saw. I love that.
It's got the Mark 48.
Right,
It's
so you're
like the
walking
saw,
up,
that's the 7.62.
doors, locked, signs falling off slightly. How do you want to get in?
Pick the fucking door.
Cool. Give me a perception check.
Can I give you a streetwise?
Sure. Actually, no. Perception on this one, buddy. Not streetwise, just perception.
Plate intelligence. Come on.
I rolled dog shit. Okay. You get ready to kick in the door, and something in the back of your mind, Talos, says, maybe, just maybe, kicking in this door after I heard the term Protocol 7 might not be the best idea. You may do what you so choose to do as your character, Talos, but there is a voice in your head, that small 5% of reason that exists in Talos.
For a moment, he has that gif with like the Vietnam choppers in the background.
Correct.
Admiring his view.
Correct. Yeah.
Look, I've been playing enough Ready or Not recently that I learned that kicking in doors is bad. Because they're booby trapped to fuck.
It just
that was a
occurs
thought
to you.
running in my head too.
It just occurs to you. Maybe I don't want to kick in this door. It also occurs to you, potentially, to listen. Maybe to be like, is there anything going on inside? Maybe let me listen. Now I'll let you roll a streetwise. If I'd rolled any better on that roll, you would be so crispy right now.
Crispy.
Is that your total of 7?
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to re-roll it, or do you want to have me re-roll?
I will spend one of Blau's nice edges, please.
That was very nice of Blau.
I
He's a
shall
good man.
re-roll.
Okay. All right. Talos, you lean up maybe closer to the door. Try to listen. Ever so faintly. Like it's maybe up the stairs a little bit, but echoing down. You hear a tick 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 tick, like maybe a timer or like one of those like little like countdown things going?
Talos is going to go back to his bike and say, in his comm, sounds like they got some egg timers going. Last time I heard that, didn't turn out good. I'm leaving.
And as he
Anyone ever-
says, didn't turn out good, I'm leaving. Telos, you get on your bike, you begin to drive away. And then you hear... a massive explosion as that whole building goes up in flames. Car alarms start to go off, sirens start to go off. And that, my friends, is actually where we'll end today's session, because I like that. That feels good. We're going to pick up effectively right where we left off during our next session. You'll continue your investigation. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed myself.
Oh, yeah.
Great roleplay today, boys. Absolutely fantastic roleplay.
Thank you.
So, as I always say at the end of every session, any final thoughts, questions, comments, or concerns before we wrap up the stream, hop off and do our after-session powwow.
Well, that was definitely a lot of fun, a lot of interaction. I felt like for all of us, I hope everybody felt that way.
It was good, boys. It was good. Well, as I always say at the end of every session as well, thank you to the players for playing. Without you guys, this is impossible. Thank you to the viewers for viewing. If you're catching us on YouTube, don't forget to drop a like and a subscribe. Be well, be safe, and remember, the dice have a story to tell. Happy gaming, everybody. Good night.